Well, it's time once again for one of the biggest metal award shows in metal. Biggest award shows in metal. Jesus. It's time for the Nik Nocturnal Awards again. And right now, while we're filming, we're live on Twitch. Hello, chat. YouTube later. And I wanted to jump in here and talk about this and look at the nominees for everything, because a lot of you guys have hit me up, and Nick even hit me up and let me know I'm a nominee this year. And I was last year too. And I fucking lost to Matt Hafey, that motherfucker. I imagine everybody that watches this channel knows Nik Nocturnal. But if you're not familiar with Nick, he's a Canadian musician with a great YouTube channel and Twitch channel.
I don't dress like this normally.
Excellent guitar player. And he has started doing the Nik Nocturnal Award show. Last year, I was actually blown away with like how detailed he did. Like he did it live on Twitch, and it was like a real award show. And I was blown away by that, because I wouldn't have the patience to do that. Like every YouTuber tries to do their awards every year, and usually nobody gives a fuck. Like there was one year where I did it, like on Google Documents, and let you guys vote on your favorite shit of the year, and like nobody watched that video. So for Nick to do something like this and get the viewers that he did and how much hype it had was really cool. And this year, it's even crazier because there's like sponsors up the ass. Like I love that his website says the biggest metal music award show event this year. It's like, fuck all the other awards. And honestly, yes, I would agree with that statement, because a lot of the other like bigger awards and stuff, they're all political. This is really cool. There's a lot of people that are nominated for stuff that probably wouldn't get nominated for like the big established awards, and everybody gets involved. I think as of him announcing this year's, within hours, there was already like 10,000 votes cast, which is awesome. And look at this handsome motherfucker, dude. Nice purple sea. Looks like he's ready to go to prom. But they've got over $8,000 in giveaways this year. I mean, insane. They've got sponsors this year from Neural Cortex, Music Man, Logitech. I think I saw like Sweetwater is sponsoring. Yeah, right here. Sweetwater, Neural, Ernie Ball, Logitech, Streamlabs. Like that's wild, dude. And I gotta say, Nick and I are buds. We're not like super close friends. We don't talk and know everything about each other, like, but we've gotten to know each other from this. Fucking proud of the guy for doing something like this. Like he does, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work for him and whoever else is helping him out. So like, this is pretty awesome. I want to check out some of these nominations with you guys. And because Nick falls more into the core kid genty area, there's probably going to be some stuff I'm not familiar with. So let's check this out. Starting at breakdown of the year, like going down this list, I don't think I listened to half of these songs, if I'm being 100% honest. Knowing Nick's crowd, I bet the Knocked Loose one will probably win. I was actually expecting to see the breakdown from Viking from Slaughter to Prevail on this, but I would imagine Slaughter or Alex is up for other awards, and Nick's probably trying to keep this fair and stuff. But Animal Noise of the Year, it's got to be Slaughter to Prevail for me. I think I've only listened to maybe like 5 of these songs too. Mental Cruelty was a good one, but for me, nothing beats the Alex terrible fucking alligator sound, dude. And you guys, well, not all of you guys, but some of you guys thought I was crazy. Like when I said in my reaction that Alex Terrible sounds like a gator, everybody was like, no, Alex is a bear. He's not a gator. Well, fast forward to like Revolver a month ago, and Slaughter to Prevail is on the cover of Revolver with a fucking alligator. You're welcome. Guitarist of the Year. Dude, this would be so hard. There are so many good guitarists, musicians in general, in music right now. Like I can't pick somebody, dude. Every single guitarist on this list is like killer in their own right. It's so hard to pick one of these. Drummer of the Year. I bet El Estepario wins. This is so much hype. Or it could be Sleep Token's drummer. It also could be Chris Turner. Yeah, Jeremy Kling. Where's the shout outs for Jeremy Kling, the new drummer for Slipknot? I mean, can we also shout out to Buster Odholm as well? I mean, the dude's in multiple bands and producing stuff. Yeah, there's another tough category, man. Like Matt Halpern is one of my personal favorite drummers in metal. The dude is insane. Vocalist of the Year. This one I think is going to be left up to personal preference for a lot of people because so many people on this list are insane in the technical department. I think right away, Alex Terrible would stand out to a lot of people as like the metal vocalist, but I've said many times, dude, Kyle Anderson, Taylor Barber, those guys have some wild control and stuff with their voices too. I'd probably put my money on Vessel just because of how diehard Sleep Token fans are. Moving on to Bassist of the Year. A lot of good bassists too. This one blew my fucking mind. CPU? No joke. I was sitting here and I was like, is it the name of like some bass player from some band that I'm not fucking aware of or something? And then it hit me. It's a fucking joke because nobody has a goddamn bass player anymore. Nick programs all of his fucking bass with a CPU. I think everybody's going to vote CPU just for the fucking laughs. The lulz, the meme. I should be on there? Dude, I don't hold a fucking torch to any single person on this list. Not even the fucking CPU, dude. Oh my God, if CPU wins bass player of the year and Nick doesn't do an acceptance speech with like the fucking computer voice, like reading it. And I'm not talking like a Siri voice. I'm talking like Stephen Hawking computer voice. It's gonna miss a fucking opportunity there. Angriest song of the year. I mean, all of these are pretty goddamn angry, at least the ones that I've heard that I'm familiar with. I think it might go to Throne or maybe Spite. My gut kind of says Throne is gonna win that one. Baddie Core song of the year. Am I out of the loop? What the does that even mean?
Okay, Boomer.
Baddie Core. The only songs of these that I've listened to are Rain by Sleep Token and Cobra by Spirit Box and Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, I've heard the Bad Wolves song too. I don't know. I couldn't predict this one. It'll probably be Sleep Token just because Sleep Token fans are going to be Sleep Token fans and vote no matter what. Frost says it's pretty much TikTok thirst trap music. Is Attila TikTok thirst trap music now? And I didn't know that? All right. Well, suck my f***. Catchiest chorus of the year. This is interesting that Boy What is up here with Neon Tide, because I think that Plan Z is 100 times more catchier than Neon Tide, personally. I have not listened to any one of these other songs, I don't think. Oh, I've heard the Imminent song. That's a fucking solid one. Can't really throw out a prediction here because I'm not familiar with some of these songs. Man, reading some of these nominations are really making me feel like that old boomer metalhead. I'm not familiar with a lot of this stuff, dude. I'm still sitting over here listening to fucking In Flames and Dark Tranquility and Insomnium and shit. I spent the last third of my year listening to nothing but hardstyle. Feels or Reels. Take Me Back to Eden by Sleep Token is going to win this one for sure. However, I would highly throw out Caskets as one that would probably get a lot of votes too if people heard that. Caskets is fucking good for a lot of emotion, dude. Best metalhead to follow. Damn, I don't know. Because I don't follow any of these people except for maybe two of them. Why isn't Corpse Grinder on there? That guy is amazing to follow on social media. It's going to be between Brendan Murphy or Craig Reynolds, I would think. All right, here we go. Best metal content creator. This is a fucking solid list, guys. I would humbly ask you guys to vote for me, but even if I don't win, here's what's going to happen. It's a win-win either way. If you guys vote for me, I'm either going to win an award or I'm going to become a 2-time Nik Nocturnal Award losing content creator, which is still a hilarious thing to accomplish anyways. If you put Nick on this list, not even because it's the Nik Nocturnal Awards, if you put Nick on this list, Nick wins. That's me being honest. I think Nick has done more for metal content creation than anybody, especially in the last year. Nobody went as hard in the last year as Nick with content creation. Realistically, I think this goes between Jared and Stevie, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Best metal news source. None of them. Actually, out of this whole list, no joke, I'd probably go with Rockfeed, personally. And the reason I say Rockfeed is because the dude is like just a mega real dude. Yeah, he's very unbiased. Every other one of these, well, besides, I'm not even going to talk about our metalcore or anything like that because we know how Reddit gets. But most of these other ones are basically like TMZs. Yeah, no doubt for me on this one, I'd go with Rockfeed for this for sure. Music video of the year. I mean, the biased part of me, I gotta say Electric Callboy. Like, I feel like they'd probably fire me if I said anybody else. But for me personally, Bleed the Future by Archspire was a genius music video. Absolutely hilarious with like the trope of their Juno Award in the whole video and just the video itself. I think in terms of sheer production, Watch the World Burn probably was the highest production of all of these, and it was a really good music video. Best BLEGH. I only listened to about half these songs, but I am highly biased on this one because I've already said I think it's one of the best BLEGHs ever. Blinded, Brand of Sacrifice. And the thing about this fucking BLEGH, it's not even the BLEGH. It's the build up to it and everything musically with it. It just hits so hard. I'm going with Blinded on that one. Like you can't change my mind. Breakthrough Band of the Year. Again, not familiar with like half these bands, but I've heard a ton about Face Yourself and Alt. Although Vended is getting up there too. I don't know who would win this one, to be 100% honest. Label of the Year, I'm mega biased, I'll be honest on that. Century Media, dude. No label is doing it better than Century Media right now. And I'm not just talking about like their artist list. I'm talking about just overall vision, marketing, PR, everything. Like nobody is more in tune with the way things are working right now in the music industry than Century Media Records. But all of these labels are good in their own rights. And I apologize to any of you other record labels if you ever see this video, because I'm friends with some people that work at a lot of these labels, but Century Media is it for me. Napalm Records would win if the category was most gimmicky bands on their artist roster. And I say that to be funny because I like a lot of their bands. Like I love Napalm's artist roster, but come on. Song of the Year. Jesus Christ, how many fucking options are you gonna give me? Well, according to my Spotify Wrapped, Slaughter to Prevail was my most listened to song of the year, Viking. But in terms of just absolute catchiness and ridiculousness, I gotta go with Plan Z by Boy What. Every Time We Touch by Electric Callboy was great, but I love those dudes, but I can't go song of the year on that one. EP of the Year. Where the fuck is Orbit Culture? Out of all the ones I've listened to on this one, I think I'd go Brand of Sacrifice, Spirit Box, or Insomnium. I bet Spirit Box wins this. Album of the Year, Descent by Orbit Culture. Sorry, everybody else. It's just, that's fact. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of options on here. I've listened to a lot of these. Foregone was a great In Flames album, but I don't think I'd say it's album of the year. Currents was great. Silosis was great. Avenged Sevenfold is probably going to win because I've seen everybody on album of the year stuff talking about Avenged Sevenfold. Sorry, bro. No. I commend them for trying new things and going different, but I would not call that an album of the year. I didn't hate it or dislike it as much as a lot of other people did, but I'm not. Oh, I forgot. Sleep Token had an album this year. Sleep Token's going to win this. Sleep Token's going to win this, no problem. The album itself was good, like really good. The Cattle Decap album was fucking fantastic. Tesseract album was fantastic. The Suicide Silence album was fantastic. The Seven Dust album was fantastic. The Mental Cruelty album was fantastic. If nothing else, this whole list just shows us how good metal is doing right now. There were so many good releases this year. Regardless of who wins, I think as fans, we all win. Metal has been getting better and better every year since like 2020, in my opinion. Interesting question. Fadua in chat said, why don't you know half of these songs being a metal content creator? What happened? It's a fair question to ask. It's a lot of people have noticed. I haven't been doing a lot of reactions this year, really. Let's go down the list. I have a 2-year-old at home, so I don't have a lot of time. I was on multiple different tours this year, so I wasn't doing content while I was on the road. I've just changed up my content because I enjoy talking about the music industry more than nonstop reacting. And to be 100% honest, my music taste has changed a lot this year. A lot of these bands, I just don't really get into a lot of the sound anymore. I mean, that's really it. Yeah, and as Duke John just said in chat, there's so much fucking music. Like you literally would have to dedicate yourself to a full-time job to keep up with all of this music coming out. Good job, Nick. But it's a great list of stuff on there, man. There's so many good artists, albums, content creators, computers playing bass. And this is fun, man. Like seriously, big shout out to Nick for doing something like this, especially because a lot of people don't like the mainstream award show stuff. So this is fun. It brings it to the internet on the content creation side and lets fans get involved, which is really cool. So if you want to tune in live for this and check out the results of everything, this is going to be on Nick's Twitch, which is twitch.tv/Nik Nocturnal, December 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 11 p.m. Central European Time for all of you Europeans that are in here, because I know there's a lot. But anyways, guys, to everybody on Twitch, thank you for hanging out. This is super fun. I can't wait to watch this. If you would like to give me your vote, I would appreciate it. But there's some wonderful people on there, so I'm really not going to be upset if I don't win. But to any of you watching this on YouTube later, if you'd like to join us on Twitch, you can go to twitch.tv/TankTheTech. And I'm on a ton of different social media. At TankTheTech is my handle on pretty much everything. But until next time, chat, thank you for hanging out. Good to see you. Wherever you are in the world, be safe, be kind to each other. I love you all, and I will see you very soon.